The sun is rapidly setting and I'm about to tell you about my favorite everyday coffee. My favorite by far is my little DIY home latte. I don't really have a way to froth milk or make perfect espresso, but I still think it comes out pretty good and that's all that matters. Take my jersey off. That coffee actually made me start getting really hot. So what you're gonna need for this is a mocha pot, a mug to serve your coffee in, and a little measuring jug that's microwave safe. To start things off, you need to fill that chamber up with water just up until before the valve. Then you're gonna want to put your coffee in the basket. You don't need to tamp this. You just need to put all the coffee in and lightly wipe your finger over it to make sure it's evenly spread. As you can see here, it's also a pretty fine ground coffee. The coffee that I'm using right now is this Mac espresso from Turboda Coffee, Turbador. I really have no idea how to pronounce that, but it's really good and it works really well in the mocha pot. And then you can just drop the basket in the bottom chamber and then firmly screw the top onto the bottom two pieces. You want this to be firm but not too tight that you're not going to be able to open it again afterwards. Then you can put that on the stove. I use like a medium heat so that it doesn't boil super fast. Then once there's a bunch of steam coming out the front and you can hear it boiling, that means it's done. You can remove it from the heat. Then you can slowly pour your espresso into the mug, making sure not to spill any of it. And then pour your milk into that in like a circular motion so that it mixes itself up and then you don't need to stir it afterwards. And yeah, that's really it. That's one of my favorite coffee drinks right now. I drink one of those like almost every single day. I did put a bit of sugar in this time because I was drinking it kind of like a dessert, but obviously that's just personal preference. Maybe just leave it out at first, taste it, and then you can know whether you want it sweeter or not. There's a lot of noise going on right now. I don't know, I think my neighbors were cutting down trees and now they're hammering something and all the dogs in the neighborhood are barking, so I'm sorry, I don't know how much of that you can hear, but it's an ongoing problem. And now an aeroplane, of course.